And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan. Once again, bringing you my thoughts and review for the brand new, well, not really brand new, but it was kind of in my eye to check out the new Natalie Emmanuel film, The Invitation. Now, I didn't get a chance to see it in theaters. I kind of missed out on it, but I wanted to check it out anyway. It was playing on Netflix, so I watched it during the Christmas break. And by the way, hope you guys had a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and of course Kwanzaa as well. If you're celebrating Kwanzaa now, Happy Kwanzaa. Um. So anyway, I finally got the track down because the premise of this film kind of seemed interesting. You have Natalie Emmanuel. She plays a character, Eva, and her mother just passes away, and it's not much of a spoiler anyway. And she has no more relatives, so she ends up finding out she has a relative who lives in London. He comes through. They finally meet each other, and he's like, "Hey, I'm going to a wedding in our home country, and I want to invite you to it." And she goes, "Okay." So she ends up going with him to London to meet the family that she doesn't know about, and then she ends up meeting this young, handsome, successful, rich guy played by the actor from the new Gossip Girl show, the one who kind of looks like the new Chuck Bass. If you guys are watching the new Gossip Girl, you know which one I'm talking about. Anyway, and I apologize, I don't know the actor's name. I apologize. And anyway, so she gets there, and she's trying to enjoy herself, but then she starts noticing some weird things happening, and some shady things start going around with the family and his friend, the rich guy's friends, and she has no idea what's going on until she ends up finding out the truth about them, and that they have a secret that's pretty interesting. Now, I would tell you what it is, but I kind of feel like it's a spoiler, especially if you didn't see the trailer. So I'm just gonna say I didn't like this movie at all. I really wanted to like this film because this movie kind of reminded me of that movie that came out a couple of years ago, Ready or Not, where the young girl, she gets married, but she has to play a game to survive her wedding night, and the family has like a curse or something. It kind of reminded me of that film, except the premise of the film sounded interesting. When you once you see the film and you wondering like, why is this family acting so weird, and when you find out what's the main reason, you're like, oh, but this movie is really a shot remake of Ready or Not. It's really like copy and paste done. And honestly, I didn't like it. The setup was cool. I just wish that they would have had like some scares in here or something. A lot of this movie's in a dark mansion, and it's pretty cool to see. But it's like, where's all the jump scares? There's not even an indication of like, oh, here comes a jump scare. Here it comes, and it was just like, oh yeah, something's coming. Something's coming that's supposed to be scary, and you don't get that in this film. And I was just very disappointed with it. And I like Natalie Emmanuel, and I thought the actor who plays the young rich guy, I thought he did a pretty cool job. It's just I did the story was just like, huh. And you know what? If you don't want to know about the plot of the film, I'm gonna spoil it right here because it's not really setting up too much. But if you don't want to know, here's your spoiler, moment. In three, two, one. So she ends up finding out that she's hanging out with vampires. Now, in my book, I love anything with vampires. I love vampires. They're my favorite, mythical creatures or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I'm a big fan of vampire movies. Any kind of mythology versions of vampires, change the story around about that has to do with vampires doing anything. I'm always intrigued. But in this film, we don't get to see like any of that good stuff until like near the end. Oh, by the way, for us fans of Gotham, the TV show from the DC stuff, the actor who plays Alfred, he's in here too. Kind of wasteful, honestly. He's a good actor, but I kind of wish they would have used him more. He was just a butler, which is like, really? But yeah, this movie was just like a bad excuse of, no, let's make a quick little $50 million movie, 15 million, 10 million, whatever how much this movie was cost. What should we do? Let's take Ready or Not, use vampires. That's all this movie was, and honestly, I didn't like it at all. So, yeah, give it a shot if you want to check it out, if you're interested in it. But I didn't like it, and that's my honest opinion about it. So, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about this film. Did you guys enjoy it, not enjoy it? Did you guys thought it was a cool premise? Then watched it and realized it wasn't good? I mean, if you did like it, that's awesome. But for me, not my cup of tea. So, leave me a comment below. Let me know. Stay tuned for more. Thank you very much, and have a good night.